Hello, welcome back to Mega 5 Stars YouTubers News Edition. So guys, Brooklyn Frost did a video yesterday, and in the video she was showing different things that she purchased for her apartment, and she was setting them up and everything like that. But throughout the video, I kept hearing like somebody like responding to her, and one particular moment I was like, that sounds like Cinco. So in the video, I said, that's Cinco. And then I was like, during the video, I was saying to myself, that's Cinco. He's there. And I was like, so I'm going to just see if she winds up showing him or whatever. So it's been in the questions if Brooklyn and Cinco are back together again. If they're back in a relationship again. As you know, they've broken up many times before. And of course, every time they broke up, they would get back together. However, it was just horrible on Jay Cinco because he appears to love her so much, and he become heartbroken about the situation every time. But yet every time he goes back to it. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to say anything or bash Brooklyn. She's a young lady. She's learning. But he's a little bit older than her, and he might be more mature in a relationship situation. And, you know, it could be difficult for some young ladies to get it right as far as the right person to choose in their life, unfortunately. If their parents, and I'm not talking about her parents, but I'm just saying, if some parents go through a lot of relationship problems, or may not be choosing the appropriate or right men for their lives, sometimes the young girls tend to look at the way their mother and their father handles relationships, and they tend to make bad choices. Some girls can grow up to make bad choices on what they've seen their parents go through. Unfortunately, yes, it does happen, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes people just winds up making the right decisions. But in her case, I personally feel as though Cinco is a great guy as far as what I'm seeing. He seems to be a loving, supportive guy. His mother adores him, and he's very supportive to his family. He's very family oriented, and he seems to love her, like, really unconditionally, because he even expresses his emotions online when they go through a breakup or what have you. And when he recently got back meeting and being, not meeting, but being around Brooklyn's brother, Jay, you know, it's like Jay was like, I didn't think I would see you again, because he said, you know, his loyalty is with his sister, which is explainable. But, you know, at some point, you know, you're the older brother. You got to tell your sister what's right and what's wrong. But if you don't feel like she's wrong, then who am I to say? But Cinco was expressing to him when they were talking in the car during his video that, you know, Brooklyn sometimes, you know, might make things seem bigger than what they are. And, you know, in their relationship. And so maybe he was referring to, I'm not sure, but maybe he was referring to the breakup. Sometimes Brooklyn makes the wrong choices because she makes things bigger and than what they are. But you know, he seems to be a loving person, and I would hate to see him continue to be hurt. And it was just so sad when he was on the phone with his mother expressing how excited he was to get his apartment, that his mother broke down crying because she said she was happy, actually, to see that he was happy. And the mother said that she even called Brooklyn to congratulate her on her apartment. And that seemed to be something that she wants to do to make Cinco happy. And he even asked if Brooklyn answered the phone. And she said yes. And I'm like, oh gosh, you got to ask her. She answered the phone. That should be automatic. But anyway, she said, the mother said that she felt as though she's happy now, that Cinco is happy, and that she was concerned about him not being his happy self and making jokes and things like that. And, you know, Cinco even said before that he was depressed over a breakup with Brooklyn. But see, this is the thing. How many times are you going to be getting your heart broken? Like, at some point, you got to say, no, I'm not going through this again. Okay? Now, I'm not saying she's going to break his heart again, but Brooklyn seems to be, as far as with this is concerned, from what I think, that she seems to be a type of person that if something don't goes right her way one time, she's out of there. And she doesn't care about who feelings she hurt. And his feelings has been hurt many times in this relationship. Now, she's even mentioned in a part of a video when she was doing with her mother that she wants to not make fast, I don't know the exact word she used, but sort of she was saying that she want to be able to control the way she reacts to different situations. So anyway, my point is, I just hope Cinco is not setting himself up for another heartbreak, because, you know, I'm not sure if she's ready for a serious relationship or if she's able to handle one, because no one is perfect. And so I hope she's not that type of person that any little thing he does, she's ready to say, I'm breaking up with you. I'm done. You know, that's what kids do, though. And when they're trying to be in a relationship, children do. You know, young people do tend to, I'm breaking up with you. I don't want to be with you no more. You know, like this on and off situation. And, you know, when you're mature and you become older, you realize no one is perfect. We're going to get in arguments. We're going to disagree about things. But that doesn't mean we're going to get out of a relationship. And that doesn't mean I'm going to get out of it, keep telling a person I'm done with you to break their heart. I'm not going to do that. And so I'm thinking that Cinco is ready for a good relationship. He's mature to have a relationship, but I don't know about Brooklyn so far. Now, let me just say this about Brooklyn. I do like her content. I do like her. And she has an amazing voice. I really wish she would pursue that music career more. I really wish she would go hard on her music. But she does say she does it more for her, and she likes the art of it. And so that's a good thing. That's somebody who would soar through anything that you do, and you just personally love to do it. You can get big from it, you know. And so I understand that she probably don't want to really push herself to get in that demanding spotlight, because that could take away the joy of your craft when you get in that demanding spotlight. But all in all, I hope that she really pursues her music career to the extreme, because she is very talented. I have to give it to her. The music that she has out there right now, the one that she shows on her page, I love that song. I can't think of the song right now, guys. If you remember it, put it down below so other people can know what that song is, and so that they can go and check out the song themselves. But yes, she's very talented musically. Even, you know, she is mature in some situations as far as going out there and getting a place, and, you know, knowing right from wrong, and knowing, you know, and even the choice to not be, you know, active until she gets married. That's a wonderful choice that a lot of young women and young people need to look into. You know, give yourself away to the person you find that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. And so she's making a very mature decision in doing that. But far as the only thing I don't agree is with keep hurting poor Cinco's heart. Please stop hurting that boy's heart. If you're not going to be in a relationship with him, if you don't think that you're ready, let him go. Let him find his way. Don't pull him in and pull him in. And I don't know if she's getting back with him because she doesn't want to break his heart. I don't know if she's just going back to him because she doesn't, right, want to break his heart or whatever, and that she really cares in that sense. But ultimately, remember that when you do that with someone, you really don't want to be with them, but you're just doing it to make them happy. In the long run, you're still hurting them. And in the long run, it's going to be hard for them to let go. And so, this is a part of life. And with Cinco situation, I really want him to understand and to focus and to love himself more and to understand his worth. Because if you don't understand your worth, you're going to just keep getting pounded on. One thing after another, one thing after another. You know what I mean? And another thing that came to my mind, if they're going to remain in this relationship, Cinco has to also make sure that he make mature decisions as to where he goes, who he be around, the environment he be around. And he have to make sure that he's aware that his partner, Brooklyn or whoever it may be, has to be in a safe situation with him. And this is things that they need to sit down and get right, But ultimately, I do want to see him happy. And I want to see him with a woman that's going to love him and accept his love and love him as much as he would love them. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I really, if they are back together, I'm not sure if they're back together. I'm not saying that they are, but let's get back to how I know that they are around each other. Okay. So as she was doing the video, cause I got way off track, as she was doing the video, in reference to, the things that she bought, she was showing the things that she bought for her bathroom, for, her kitchen and her kitchen area. And so, anyway, as she was showing them, she dropped something, and then I heard him say something to the effect of, what was that, or what happened, or something like that. And I was like, that sounds like Cinco. And so I said, oh, he is there. So then as the time was going on, she was doing something, and he was going out. I guess he was going out the door because she told him to make sure that he locks the door. And he was speaking, and she said, shh, like she didn't want, the viewers to know that he was there. So she told him to shh. And then in another scene, she was talking and he was doing something in the background or whatever. And I seen the camera as she was moving the camera. I seen him in the hallway. And then she hurried up and moved it out the way. And then she smiled or whatever. So I was like, okay, I just saw him. So he is there, right? And so I guess she didn't want, I guess people caught on to and might have mentioned to her that they seen Cinco in her apartment on camera. And now the video has been deleted. But for my sake, I just want to put it out there. Although you delete stuff off your computer or off of YouTube, although it's gone from social media right now, it's still in the database somewhere. But anyway, I just want to say that because I know, I'm just saying I saw him there. And I heard him there as well. But again, I'm not confirming that they are together. But I am saying that he was in her presence. So I just hope that, again, he's not setting himself up for another heartbreak. Because that will be heartbreaking to see. And his poor mother loves him so much. And she gets so emotional when she sees her baby down, as any mother would. No mother wants to see their child depressed or upset over anything. They want to always try to make it better. So my thing to him is focus more on God, because God is going to keep showing you that you cannot not depend on man to fulfill your emotional needs. You just can't. You can't depend on man to give you that emotional love all the time. You have to turn to God. And in this situation, if you feel yourself getting heartbroken over any situation, you have to reach out to God and give it to God. Leave it there. Pray about it and move on with your life. As long as you have God in your life, you're okay. You don't have to depend on man for happiness. People need to understand that. And every time you don't depend on God for happiness, God is going to continue to show you that man is not going to make you happy, honey. Not all the time. They might make you happy some of the time, but for the most part, you got to depend on God to help you, that higher being, to help you through a lot of situations here on earth, period. So I just hope that he understands that it's time for him to do self-love, time for him to know his self-worth, and time for him to open up and be more spiritual and invite positive energy into his life instead of negative energy. Now, I'm not saying Brooklyn is negative, but every time they break up, this man goes through a terrible heartbreak. On social media, you can see it. So I just hope that everything works out for him. Anyway, guys, that's my thing on Brooklyn and Cinco, and that was shocking to see, but I knew they probably was back connected because he got up and he was talking to Deshae on one of Deshae videos. And I also want to say, I feel like it is a great thing that he hangs out with DDG and his family. When I see them all together, when I see him with them, I say, well, good, maybe this will be some type of light to share with him, the type of strength that he should have when it comes to women. And that's what I love to see, Jay Cinco around good-hearted people. And I hope that he continues to be around good, positive people, you know, instead of negativity. He don't need that in his life. So anyway, guys, leave your comments down below on what you think about the situation. Also, guys, please make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more YouTubers news. Bye for now.